Dr. Rashid, our lecturer for BSR 665, Project and Construction and Management 1. Today, we would like to present about project management and the leadership in organization. Before we go through that, I would like to quickly introduce myself and my group member. My name is Noor, Hazirah, Nabilah, Binti, and this is my group member, which consists of Amirul, Mukminin bin Zaid, Muhammad Nurhidayat bin Hadenan, Noor Amylia Izati Binti Rashid, Hasnida Binti Zamri, and Syaza Sofia Binti Gangka. The topic that we have chosen for our main topic is democratic leadership. Before we go to our main topic, I would like to first talk about the content of this presentation. First, we will talk about the introduction, which consists of definition, types, and importance of leadership on project performance. Secondly, we will go to the main topic about the democratic leadership definition. And then we will talk about the characteristic of democratic leadership and advantage and disadvantage. After that, we will go to the effectiveness of implementing democratic leadership in an organization. And then we will talk about the leadership skills that a leader needs in order to implement democratic leadership. After that, for more understanding of the topic, we will give an example of democratic leadership. And lastly, will be the conclusion of the whole presentation about this topic. Now, we will talk about the definition. Leader is a person who is in charge of a group or organization or a nation. This is more toward the individual or the person himself who are in charge of a group or organization or the nation. As for the leadership is usually defined as developing a clear vision, conveying that vision to others, and resolving conflict among many personnel who are accountable for carrying out the company goals. Peter Nordhaus said that it is a process in which one person inspires a group of others to reach a shared objective. Yuki mentioned that leadership may be defined as the skill of persuading people to achieve specific goals. Walker mentioned that leadership is described as how project manager and construction manager conduct themselves in their roles in order to get the greatest performance out of the people they supervise. It can be concluded that leadership is more toward the process or skills of a leader to persuade others on how to achieve the goals and objectives of an organization. Here's one quote from Jim Rohn about leadership. The challenge of a leadership is to be strong, but not rude. Be kind, but not weak. Be bold, but not a bully. Be thoughtful, but not lazy. Be humble, but not timid. Be proud, but not arrogant. And have humor, but without folly. There are many other types of leadership style. However, we only take the common types of leadership style. This is the list of the common types of leadership style, which consists of coaching leadership style, visionary, servant, autocratic, hand-off, democratic, pace setter, transformational, transactional, and bureaucratic. The importance of leadership in construction industry. Why leadership is important in construction industry? This is because the construction team is big and multidisciplinary, and they also consist of people from variety of construction specialty. After that, the success or failure of our project management is heavily dependent on the project leadership, and it is important in motivating and inspiring the teams. The construction team consists of many consultants such as engineer, the quantity surveyor, and many others. They came from different backgrounds. They also come from different organizations. As a leader, the leader needs to make sure that they all can work together in order to achieve the goals and to make sure that the project did not fail and success rate is high. Now, we'll talk about democratic leadership style definition. Democratic leadership style is defined as the conduct that impacts others in ways that are compatible with or beneficial to basic democratic ideals and process and such as self-determination, engagement, equality of participation, and discussion. Why we choose this topic is because it is extremely effective since it encourages people to make valuable contribution foster a cooperative attitude which stimulates the teams and boosts group morale, and this in turn leads to increased productivity. Me and my group personally like how democratic leadership style. This is because when there's a project, leader will discuss with the member to ask for their opinions, their ideas, no matter what position they hold. This means that they will have the chance to voice out their opinions. From there, the leader will make sure that the decision is based on the agreement of all the members, and also make sure that the successful rate of the project is high. That's all from me. Now, I will pass this to the next presenter. Thank you.
My name is Syaza Sofia. Democratic leadership is a team effort that uses a collaborative thought process, and leaders choose the best solution presented by their subordinates. So, the characteristic for this leadership: first is group members are encouraged to share ideas and opinions. Even though leader make the final decision, group members are restricted to give their opinions and ideas. Leader will discuss among other members to hear the opinions or ideas. After discussing among themselves, one of the best ideas will be chosen and finalized by the leader after everyone agree with it. Second, members of the group feel more engaged in the process. When a participatory leader is present, group members feel more engaged in the decision-making process. Members have more freedom to express themselves. This makes the group feel like they are part of the team, which creates commitment within the group. But the final decision is still in the hand of the leader. 3. Creativity is encouraged and rewarded. Through creativity, there are many paths that help to find the best decision. By offering reward to group members, it will encourage them to think more creatively. Employees are free to share their thoughts and creativity without feeling scared. And last but not least, has trusting followers. Since this leadership treat their employer fair and not biased or favoritism, then as a result, employees have faith in their leaders. This will more encourage the employees to feel free to share their thoughts and contribute equally in the decision-making process.
Hi, my name is Noor Izati. So next, we will move to the advantages and disadvantages of democratic leadership style. Even though the democratic style is methods that anyone in an executive position can use, it have advantages and disadvantages can be identified. Okay, for the first advantages of democratic is encourage individualized creativity that creates higher level of productivity and insightful inputs. They will think outside of the box instead of relying on traditional methods of completing tasks or solving problems. Second, it strengthens the relationship of a team, which tend to more supportive bonds with one another. Everyone has their chance to share their own opinion and make a positive impact for everyone. Third, it encourages at the workplace in share their ideas by staying open and honest. Leaders encourage their team and members to have the same traits. And last but not least, it builds a stronger visions for the future for each team or organizations. This will encourage everyone to be more committed to the final goal. Next, I will continue explain on the disadvantages of democratic leadership style. Firstly, it can create negative emotion that can often reduce productivity, which is sometimes it makes them feel like their opinion are not valued, which eventually causes them to stop participating in the process. Secondly, it can cause team members to question the capability of the leadership. Team members often feel like the leader is being compensated more for their ideas than there are. This leads to a decreased level of their morale. Thirdly, it encourages no one to take responsibility for failure that tends to be a lot of blame. Taking responsibility for failure should lie with the leadership, but it is often passed along the person who offered the idea that failed and those who supported the idea. Lastly, it offers an element of continuing uncertainty within a team. This is because leaders make this needed decision without consulting their team, then the team member may wonder when or if they will be consulted for future needs.
The effectiveness of democratic leadership style. Firstly, it's built a sense of commitment and demonstrates that skill and expertise are valued, such as commitment shows response a variety of ways, which the expertise they possess will be appreciated by every employer. Secondly, it is particular leadership for helping get the best out of things. For example, to establish teamwork while carrying out tasks in a team. Next, it fosters creativity and ideas. For example, producing staff creativity and to improve product quality in an organization. Next, it is effective with knowledge worker where their expertise are greater than the leader. For example, the ideas and expertise proposed by employee can create productivity that result in organization. And then it makes time to think about important division that need everybody to be a boss. For example, need to make wise decision and vision to build trust from employee. Lastly, is it scale well with the current ideas of improvements and adjustment of staff. For example, to produce employees who are capable of solve problems creatively and systematically, especially in their job.
My name is Amirul Mukminin bin Zaid. So about this slide, I will tell you about what kind of skill that democratic leadership needs in their life. So the first skill that democratic leadership needs in their life is an effective communication and also interaction, because as a leader we need to speak very well and nice to our colleagues, friends or employees in the organization for them to feel more comfortable and respect us as a leader. And then the second one is to trust and respect all ideas that has been given by our friends, colleagues and also the employees, because some of the ideas that came out from the colleagues might be not been very well as what we wanted to solve our problem in the organization, but we need to show them some respect to make them feel more better to give another opinion in the future soon. So the next skill that a democratic leadership need in their life is to be more creative and innovative. As example, leaders should always need to look for a new product, new market and also new strategies to make the organization more better in the future. And then they should also have a research and development project in the organization. And the next skill that they need in their life is to be more competent and fairness. Leaders should always have the ability to handle their group members in the organization. Also that leaders should not be biased with any employees in the company. The open working environment provides safety to every employee who work in the company. And then the next one is to give more moral value in organization, because the leader will always describe about the organization that he manage and he do in that time. So the next important skill is delegation of tasks. Leaders should know their people and their qualities and capabilities very well in the organization. Accordingly, leaders should assign the tasks and they should always keep their eye on every ongoing activity to know which employee is interested in which work. Important points need to be considered as well in the organization. And then the final skill is always ask for a feedback. Leaders should always ask for the feedback from the employees as well from their users or customer, because this will help to make things clear in the future. If there is a negative feedback, accept it and start working on it, because the feedback is the most powerful tool to check customer satisfaction and to give them a good feedback after that in the future.
My name is Nurhidayat Hadenan. So now I want to present about example of democratic leadership. So for the example, I took there Tim Cook is the CEO of Apple company.
For conclusion, it can be said that democratic leadership is ability to direct a group of people in realizing a common goal. This leadership also have the advantages and disadvantages that must be aware. However, leaders can create commitment and enthusiasm amongst followers to achieve through interactions between leader, followers, and environment. I think that's all from our group. Thank you and stay safe everyone.